This is Inspirational Women, a weekly series shining the spotlight on female trailblazers making a true difference in our community. Once again, here is Kate Daniels.
We're now less than 2 weeks away from a major event for Breakthrough TD1. It's Beat the Bridge 2026, and today we meet Lois Busby, one of the youth ambassadors for this year's Beat the Bridge fundraiser for Breakthrough TD1, along with Nicki Rocco, the development manager at Breakthrough TD1. Lois Busby and Nicki Rocco, it is so great to welcome you this morning and to get some really important insights into a great event that's coming up in May, and that is Beat the Bridge. So it's wonderful to have you with us, Lois, because you are one of the ambassadors. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And how did you get chosen to be an ambassador?
I heard about being an ambassador a couple years ago, and I was really interested in it. And then last year, I really wanted to do it. So you fill out a form, an application, and then they email you to schedule an interview. And then a couple weeks after the interview, I got an email that said I was one of the Beat the Bridge ambassadors.
And what did you do at that point when you found out?
I was really excited. I found out at school, so I was telling my friends at lunch about it. And then I told my mom when I got home, and we emailed back, yes.
Oh, okay, so you paused or had that pause until you said yes. But in your mind, were you thinking that there was ever a way that you would say no?
No, I was never going to say no. I just wanted to tell my mom.
Oh, yeah, that is really wonderful. That's very respectful. So kudos to you for doing that, Lois. So the thing here with your being an ambassador for Beat the Bridge, there is a condition, I guess, a reason that you would be selected, and that is because you are living with a certain health condition. And that is?
Type 1 diabetes.
Yes. And how long have you been living with this?
I've had type 1 diabetes for 7 years.
So, okay, so I'm not sure what your age is now. How old were you then when you were diagnosed?
I was 9 years old.
9, okay. And what was happening in your life at that time that you were diagnosed?
There was a lot going on because COVID had, it was ramping up. COVID started to ramp up and people getting it. And I was in elementary school. So, I was doing, a lot with, activities, and then I got diagnosed. And it was just, a stressful time period.
And in order for you to be diagnosed, was something going on? Could you tell something in your body wasn't really working the way that it usually did?
Well, when I was younger, I got, a test to see if I had a risk for type 1 diabetes. So, at that point when I was diagnosed, the doctors knew it was coming on because I was in a study, the TEDdy study, which was tracking my progression of getting it. So at that point, I was checking my blood sugar every day. And the day I got home from school, I told my mom I don't feel well at all. And we checked it, and it was really high, so we went to the hospital.
And so since you were part of this study, does that mean that there was perhaps a history of diabetes in your family? Is that why you were in it?
Yeah, on my dad's side, there was a couple of his family members with type 1 diabetes.
Okay. And so therefore you were just this candidate, so let's track this and see what's happening. And so, yeah, there was that so it wasn't the shocking thing that happened in your life necessarily.
Yeah, it wasn't that shocking, but it was still a lot to deal with.
I'm sure, because then what happened as you were then actually diagnosed? How did that change your life?
It changed my life a lot because I had to be really on it with my health. And since I was still pretty young as a kid, my mom had to help me. So when I was trying to mature kind of, I still had to have my mom around all the time. And I always like felt like a little like more needy as a kid because I needed like my mom to help me with insulin shots because I wasn't doing that at 9. Like my mom was helping me when she like came to my school every day at lunchtime to help me, which I appreciate a lot. And yeah, it was just like a lot of work and like I had to like think about it. So like when I wanted to do sports, I always had to have like gummies or juice near hand and I had to like talk to all my teachers. I just felt like like the only one in the room and like I don't know the word is.
Well, so sometimes would it feel kind of lonely that, oh, I'm the only one?
Yeah, I kind of felt like the only one in the class.
Yeah.
Like
Have there
lonely.
have there been others though in your classroom ever that are also dealing with type 1 diabetes or not?
Well, in elementary and middle school, I didn't really know anyone at my school, no, because I went to a really small middle school, so I was the only one. But going into high school, I go to a pretty big school now, and there's actually quite a few type 1 diabetics at my school, and I'm really close with one of them who's a senior. So it was really nice to have someone to look up to when I was a freshman going in and she was a junior. I could like ask her a lot of my questions about like how high school and type 1 diabetes is.
And how has that been for you being in high school and dealing with this condition?
I think it's pretty interesting because I still feel like a little on the outs of everyone because when everyone's like having fun, like I'm still like thinking about my blood sugars and like in class, like we have phone hotels in my school where you have to put your phone in before class, and I'm like the only one who doesn't have to put it in there. So it's sometimes awkward when like one of my classmates is like, "Oh, you just don't put your phone in the phone hotel." I'm like, "Oh, I don't have to." Or it's awkward when like my phone beeps in class to like tell me I'm high or low blood sugar. And it can get a little awkward, but I've made it clear with my class that like I have a disease. I think it's pretty well known that I have it because I let my insulin pump and Dexcom show.
I think that's wonderful. I mean that there's a certain security about yourself, a maturity about yourself. I feel that being open about this, it's like it's my life. It's a part of many people's lives, right? So good for you. I really commend you on that.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And I bet, well, I'm guessing, are you then kind of an educator? Are you teaching them some elements about uh, type 1 diabetes?
Yeah, I mostly my close friends, like I teach them, and if they like do something that like makes me not feel the best, like I like let them know like facts about diabetes so like they know in the future. And I think my teachers have really like understood it, and I've really like explained to them like, oh, if I go high or low, I might need to leave the classroom. So I think they're more aware of the condition now.
And you mentioned that at a younger age you were involved in sports and how you had to have, some extra foods and items around you. Are you still active in sports?
Yes, I am. I'm a runner now,
Oh,
so it's kind of hard to be a runner. Well, it's really hard to be a runner and have type 1 diabetes because like you want to go really fast, but you're like carrying like gummies, your phone.
yes. So how do you compensate for that? Because I'm guessing speed is important here, but that slows you down. So how do you juggle that?
When I was in like middle school, I wasn't the smartest and I was just carrying a juice box and my phone in my hands. But over the years, I found out about spy belts where you can like keep your phone in them and gummies, and I don't really feel it anymore because it's just like attached to my waist. But it took a lot of trial and error to find one. It took me like 4 years to find spy belts, so I try to tell people about them because they're like the most helpful thing ever.
Oh, that's really cool. And so you've mentioned gummies. I'm a fan of gummies. So part of me is feeling like, oh my gosh, you have to carry gummies around all the time. But so do you have some favorite ones, or are they a special kind that you need to have?
I like Welch's because they're just
Ooh.
like a nice pack and they're really good. I really enjoy eating them even when I'm not low. They're just like so easy and compact to bring around. I used to like bring juice boxes around, but they're just so big and bulky.
Hmm.
So I like the like compactness of them.
I don't blame you. And do you like those commercials? Have you seen the commercials about the gummies? Yeah, they're. I
Oh
mean
yeah.
that's also very cute and enticing about them all. Well,
Yeah.
I'm glad you found the solutions. It seems to me, Lois, that you're you have type 1 diabetes. It has these issues around it, but you're kind of turning it around and making it work for you and just making it a part of you and not a burden.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that brings me to Beat the Bridge. You are the ambassador, as we mentioned earlier on, uh, this year. How long have you been participating?
I've been doing Beat the Bridge for 5 years now.
Wow. Excellent. So look at year 5 and you're an ambassador. I think that's really good recognition. Would you say so, Nikki?
Yeah, absolutely. We get a lot of people that apply, but Lois was a special one. We have two other ambassadors too, but we're so grateful because these kiddos are such beacons in the community and really inspire others. They inspire me every day. So we're so excited to have Lois.
I'm inspired. I'm just hearing this story and how your life has evolved, Lois, and I am really inspired by you, and I'm just very excited about there's a way that this again I think matures you faster than you might otherwise, and that you wouldn't necessarily choose this as a way to be maturing, but it feels like you're just kind of embracing it, making it a part of you and not letting it stop you at all. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That is so excellent. So, with being an ambassador, are there some special things that you need to be involved in?
Um, well, right now we like there's like I get emails from the ambassador like people who run it to like speak at different events to encourage companies to donate or to be involved with Beat the Bridge, which is very fun and I like it a lot.
And this is one of those opportunities, right? That we have a chance to meet and for you to share your story. And then, yes, let our audience hear about the fact that Beat the Bridge is coming up. So, what would you say? What's your invite to people listening?
I think people should do Beat the Bridge because it's such a fun community event and you get to meet so many more people. Like I've met so many friends at Beat the Bridge and it's just such an upbringing experience.
That sounds really good to me. Nikki, maybe you can provide some details about how people get involved then. Okay, now that Lois has said, come on out to this fun event, what do people do?
Yeah, so Beat the Bridge is a fundraiser that benefits Breakthrough T1D. We are the leading global fundraising organization for type 1 diabetes. If you want to get involved in Beat the Bridge, all you have to go to is beatthebridge.org, all one word, beat the bridge, and then .org. And you can register. It has all the information on the website, like what we're doing, different events that we do. So if people don't know, it consists of an 8K race and a wheelchair race, a 3-mile walk, and a 1-mile fun run or walk, and then plus the diaper derby, which is really fun to watch. It's very cute. And the event is called Beat the Bridge because the course travels over Seattle's University Bridge, which it raises during the race, and participants try and cross it and beat it. And if they don't, they get to wait on the other side where we have some entertainment and some music. And then it lowers and they can all finish on Husky Stadium. This year, it's going to be on May 9th. And we're so excited because Lois is going to be there. All of our ambassadors are going to be there to welcome everybody. It's such a great community event for the type 1 diabetes community and everybody that supports them. So what we say is, like Lois is doing, building a team and bringing people, because that's how we raise awareness, we raise funds. And I know we didn't really touch on so much about it, but type 1 diabetes is a chronic autoimmune disease where the immune system attacks the pancreas or the insulin producing beta cells. So your pancreas doesn't produces little to no insulin. And like Lois is talking about, where she's doing sports, well, we need insulin to convert food to energy. And if that's not happening, you don't have the energy to do the fun things like Lois is talking about. So this is a really important event. We're the largest walk event in Breakthrough T1D. And we're so excited because it's Seattle tradition that we have been continuing now for, this will be the 44th year. So I want everybody to come and join Lois, join Maddox, join Sophia, and meet us at the start line.
Yes, absolutely. A big and important invite, both from Lois and from Nicki, to be there. So, Lois, you're a runner. What are you going to do in terms of the race that day, or the walk?
For me, I've heard I'm gonna be cutting the ribbon and just like talking to people in the race and like seeing how they're feeling about it.
And then you will participate as well, right? Because you're fundraising you're fundraising. Do you have a specific team?
Yeah, my team is Team Lois.
Oh, okay, that makes sense, Team Lois. And of course, I was thinking, as Nicki was mentioning, that, making donations, creating a team. But if people perhaps aren't able to make the day of the event, then they could donate to a team. They could donate to your team.
Yes, they can.
Is there a competition with that that I don't know about?
There's like, if you raise a certain amount of money, there's like different prizes for each thing. Like, I think if you raise $5,000, there's like, and then $10,000. I think $10,000 you get like to go to this breakfast.
Okay.
And then,
Yeah. You're super close, Lois. So we have like a little incentives. No, it's good. We just actually rolled these out this last year, so they're new. We have some incentives for people to fundraise because we want to thank people that do fundraise. So if you hit $2,500 you raised, you get a Mile of Hope sign for your T1D hero. So Lois will have a sign on the course with her team name and her picture on it, and it'll be through like a line of other ones of people as we recognize our type 1 diabetes community. If you hit $5,000, your team captain gets a free parking spot, which we know in Seattle is a hot commodity. That's a real win if we're talking about it.
Yeah.
So the team captain will get free parking. And then $10,000 is a V1 Teams tent in the concourse. And there's some fun goodies that local businesses have donated to us that they can come and grab on their way out of the stadium.
All of them sound wonderful. So we're going to wish Lois great success to achieve one of those goals, and we hope it'll be just the best one. And again, we can just go to the website. What is that, Nicki? What's the website again?
Beatthebridge.org.
Okay, so easy. And there we can find the names of the teams, and we want to focus in on Team Lois. Right? You'd like that, wouldn't you, Lois?
Yeah.
Yeah. Look at the work you're putting in, promoting this and just getting out there and sharing your story, sharing the story of what's going on in this whole concept of type 1 diabetes and the breakthrough, right? Is that T1D? Is that? No, it's not.
Yeah. Breakthrough T1D was formerly JDRF. We did change our name a few years ago. Because we know type 1 diabetes isn't just a child's disease. It's not a juvenile disease. You can be diagnosed at any age. So Lois was diagnosed as a young kiddo, but we have people that are diagnosed as adults. And so Breakthrough T1D is now its name because since our founding in the 70s, we've seen so many breakthroughs, and we just want to highlight those because Our mission is accelerating breakthroughs to cure, prevent, and treat type 1 diabetes and its complications. So that's where we got the name, and we're so excited to keep pushing it forward.
It totally makes sense. Yes, the breakthrough. And so, Lois, what would that mean to you if there were a cure, at least something different in terms of the way that you need to deal with the insulin on a daily basis, right?
I think a cure would be like just like a really great support. So like I would be able to like do all the things I plan to do in life without like having to think about my health 24/7. And I feel like more opportunities would open up for me to like be my own self and like take my own stand so I can do things without like running out the house like thinking of everything I need to bring.
Yeah. It's like, yeah, carrying this backpack full of things, make sure it's got all the things in it that you need. So if that were taken care of, then if you had this cure, you talked about achieving the goals in your life. What's your dream at this point of what you want to do?
Well, right now, I'm thinking like a few years ahead. I want to get a 5:30 mile in track. So I feel like if I didn't have to think about like my blood sugar all the time, I feel like that would just be a little bit easier to get there.
Wow, that's amazing. Now tell me a little bit about it's 5:30 mile. What does that mean?
Like on like a track when you're like running a race, my goal in time is to get like the mile done in 5 minutes and 30 seconds.
Now I understand. See, I'm me not so much with running with sports. So see, thank you for explaining that to me. Oh, that would be really great. Do you think there's a possibility though to do that even if you need to consider carrying what was the pack you called it?
A
The
spy belt?
spy belt. I was thinking secret. No, it's a spy belt. So do you think it's possible even with wearing that?
Yes, I do think it's possible. Like obviously it's possible. I think it would definitely be like a lot more preparation with like what I'm eating in the day
Mm.
and like what like to do with my insulin that day. But I think it would just be a little bit easier without diabetes, but I think I can get it in a year, guys. I think
Whoa.
Wow.
I got this, guys.
Wow.
Yes, I love it. I love your enthusiasm, your confidence, having this goal that's out of reach, but certainly has the possibilities. I think you're just so wise in having these plans. Your parents must be very proud of you.
They are.
I bet the team around you, your teachers, the support team with Breakthrough Diabetes, this whole team is probably just really excited with you.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can understand that. I'm certainly impressed just in meeting you today. So now we know, there's just a lot going on. There's a lot to be looking forward to and working on. Are you doing anything? Well, of course, you're fundraising. Anything else to be preparing for Beat the Bridge on May the 9th?
I think I'm like talking to people about it and like trying to like encourage others to sign up. Like this year my goal is to get as many people as I can from my school. I'm trying to get a lot of people from my track team and cross country team to join my team to make the event so much more like community.
Yeah. Oh, it is community, isn't it? Really to be learning about things and to be supporting each other. And I am trusting that just as you're impressing me today, and you're so really just effervescent with enthusiasm, that this is kind of reaching out to your classmates and your teachers at the school, that they're going to say, of course we need to be on Team Lois.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. It sounds really exciting. So there's a lot of preparation going on. You're doing a lot of meeting of people and talking to people. And has that changed for you? Have you felt yourself changing and feeling more comfortable and confident about doing that?
Yes, I think over the years I've done a little bit more with type 1 diabetes and advocating. So I think I've slowly gotten more confident with myself in like speaking in front of crowds because I used to be a little more like self-conscious about that, but now I think I more easily can do it.
Wow. And do you feel proud of that?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
do.
Good for you, because I think that's just really amazing. Because people can be twice your age or older and still not have that kind of confidence and ease with it. And here you are as this teenager in high school dealing with type 1 diabetes, and you're doing it. You're really just knocking it out of the ballpark or winning that race. Yes. So, Nicki, do you want to kind of recap those details again for the walk?
Yeah, so Beat the Bridge will be happening on Saturday, May 9th at Husky Stadium. You can go to beatthebridge.org to find out some more information, to register, join a team, join Team Lois. And like I said, there's an 8K run, a 3-mile walk, a 1-mile fun run, and a diaper derby. So we have an event for everybody to come and join us and support the T1D community. We're fundraising for a great cause, and Lois and all the ambassadors want to see you at the start line for the 44th annual Beat the Bridge.
Yes. And Lois, it's just so wonderful to meet you. I'm so excited for you, and I hope that, all of this is edging us ever so much closer to finding that cure so that you can really reach your potential without having to carry that extra backpack. I'm calling it a backpack, extra stuff, holding you back even a little. So really, it's been wonderful, and I wish you great success. And again, what do we want to do, Lois, to say to our audience?
Join Team Lois?
Perfect. Yes. Why not? And beat the bridge, right?
Yes.
Yes. Well, again, thank you, Lois. Thank you, Nicki, for being here. And I really appreciate all that you're doing. And I'm believing that it is all contributing to reaching that success of finding a cure.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
You're so
Thank
welcome.
you.
You're welcome. Thank you for being here this morning to meet these amazing women who are so deeply committed to making a difference in people's lives. Please check this station's website for the podcasts, for more information about these guests, and please share the stories with your family and friends. I'm Kate Daniels. If you'd like to connect with me, simply send me an email, katedaniels@hubbardradio.com. This day, be the change you want to see in the world.
Thank you for listening to Inspirational Women. Tune in every Sunday morning at this time to hear about those truly empowering the Northwest community, all for the greater good. Sunday Morning Magazine and Inspirational Women are a public service of Hubbard Radio Seattle.